Last episode, we talked about Valorant's agents and how each one plays a different role in a team composition. There are 4 agent roles in Valorant, each with a distinct playstyle. Knowing your role is often the difference between winning and losing in Valorant. Welcome to Valo Academy. Today, we're breaking down the strengths and responsibilities of each role so you know exactly what you need to do for your team. Dualists are the frontliners of the team, specializing in getting in quick and securing the opening kill. Whether you're attacking or retaking a site, Dualists get first contact and take duels against the enemy team. It takes quick reflexes and guts to play this role, as winning or losing a duel can directly impact your chances of winning the round. Dualists are equipped with abilities that will help you enter the site, escape a sticky situation, or sustain your own health. Your teammates are usually right behind you to follow through on your first move. Or not. Initiators set the stage by using their abilities to get information and force enemies out of position. These agents have very powerful abilities that can be used to scout out a site or initiate an entry by clearing corners and spaces where enemies might be hiding. Initiators enable dualists by giving them good info and displacing enemies to set up a duel in their favor. A controller's main task is to control the enemy team's movements and vision. These agents use their abilities to decide which lines of vision to block and where to set up obstacles for the enemy team. While their abilities can seem simple at first glance, knowing when and where to smoke, wall, or block an entry requires controller players to have advanced knowledge and game sense. As a Sentinel, you're responsible for taking care of both your team and the site. These agents' abilities allow you to keep enemies at bay by setting up traps or blocking pathways, making you the last line of defense. Sentinels have unique skills that can be used to buy time for your teammates to rotate to defend the site, or ensure that enemies can't flank your team from behind during a site take. With that in mind, choose a role and agent that best suits your playstyle. Playing a role that you enjoy will make your Valorant experience much better. Let's move on to abilities. Any agent you choose to play will have their own unique set of abilities. Just like the bullets in your weapons, abilities are limited every round. The number of times you can use an ability depends on how many charges you have available per round. Abilities can have a maximum of 1, 2, or 3 charges. These bars under the icon of each ability shows the maximum charges you can have, while the bars that are lit up tell you how many charges you have available for that round. It's up to you to decide when and how you want to use these abilities during the round. Some players tend to use abilities early on to execute on objectives, while others save just enough charges to defend a site or make a last-minute play. There are also abilities that recharge after a cooldown period. A good example is Sage's Healing Orb that resets after 30 seconds. While Fate's Haunt and Sova's Recon Bolt have a 40-second cooldown. You can use these abilities multiple times in a round as long as they've gone off cooldown. That said, to maximize the cooldowns, feel free to use these kinds of abilities early so they're available again late in the round. But remember to always trust your gut and the information you have at the time. Now let's take what you've just learned and apply it to a real round. Let's see how a team can work together to execute objectives in different situations. Attacking a site. Your task is to enter the site, eliminate or ward off enemies, and successfully plant the spike. Sova initiates the action by sending his AL drone into the site to survey the area for nearby enemies. He spots an enemy hiding in a corner and tags him, which relays their position to the team. With the info in mind, Jet dashes in and aims to eliminate the enemy tagged by Sova's drone. Phoenix throws a curveball to blind any other enemies holding an angle, and enters the site looking to duel a flashed enemy. While the duelists do their job, Brimstone deploys his smokes to block lines of vision where the other enemies could be peeking into the site. Behind the front lines, Killjoy deploys an alarm bot at the entry point where enemies might try to flank later on, and places a swarm grenade set to go off if the enemy tries to retake the site. Site cleared. Now you're free to plant a spike and use your remaining abilities to prevent enemies from retaking the site and defusing it. On defense, your task is to defuse the spike or eliminate all attackers. The key is to let them come to you. Cypher sets up trap wires and cyber cages at the attacker's entry points. He also places his spy cam up mid so he can constantly check for anyone who tries to sneak through. Reyna tries to peek aggressively at the start of the round in hopes of winning the first duel. Luckily, her dismiss ability allows her to reposition quickly after winning the opening confrontation. Cypher's defense is working as the enemy team walks into a trapwire, triggering his cyber cage to block their vision while he eliminates the captured enemy, all while the rest of the team attempts to take the site. As the attacking team plants the spike, our mission changes. Instead of preventing the attack, we're now retaking the site with the goal of defusing the spike. Fade throws Haunt onto the site, which reveals the position of the attackers. Under this information, Raze sends her Boombata in to hunt down enemies while she jumps in using her blast pack and the rest of the team charges in. Meanwhile, Omen sends his dark cover to the choke points of the area, making it difficult for the attackers to prevent the defuse from happening. In Valorant, having the right combination of agents, abilities, and roles makes for the best possible gameplay experience. So, which agent are you gonna play in your next match?
Match found.
Tara, Valo!